Hey everybody, how goes it? My name is Jimoar, and I want to give you a little update. Now, you can probably tell I sound a little bit better. I am. Uh, Why does it get so hard to talk about it? I got to see my dad on Friday. They had a meeting with the group that keeps an eye on LVAD patients and talked about what's going on and what the plan was. And as you could tell from my last two videos about this, before the meeting I wasn't good. I was really upset, and I still am, but it's not what it seemed like. They still don't have anything they could give him to help him. He's not coming home. What it sounded like to me, I'm trying to make this quick and I really should have figured out what I was going to say first. What it sounded like to me about him not coming home, about how he's running out of time, I thought that they were saying he's going, that he doesn't have long. And talking to him on the phone for a few days around when I made those videos, he didn't sound the best. He sounded better than when he went in there, but he didn't sound the best. Now, I knew he was in inpatient therapy. They wanted to make him stronger. What I didn't know was that they were taking him 4 times a day, and they weren't really spaced that far apart, so he was just tired a lot. He did start to sound better towards the end of last week, and when I got to see him, he looked good. My friend, he spent 9-10 years in medical school to be the whatever he is, nurse practitioner, super nurse, whatever. He's got a bunch of degrees. He was telling me that he looked and sounded good. And what I thought was them saying that, he's done, he's just gonna have some time in a nursing home until that was it. And that's why I was so extremely upset. I thought that, I'd walk out that going down that Friday, that hour trip, I thought I would be walking out of there with a high chance that I wouldn't even hear from him again that night when I called him. But he is responding well to the IV antibiotics. He has 3 more weeks of treatment on them. His kidneys did bounce back a little as of Friday. I don't know when they tested again or if they have since, but his kidneys got better, which is good because the antibiotics and diuretics and all for his congestive heart failure, that stuff's hard on the kidneys. And if that was too much, they couldn't give him dialysis to help him because of the infection in the blood. And they were saying that once he's off the IV, they're gonna give him the pill that seemed to do the most against it in their testing. But they don't know how long that's gonna last, and this is the hard part. It could come back within 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. They don't know how aggressive it will actually be. And they tried to talk to him and talk to us and tell us, if at some point he got tired of the treatment and all, to just worry about making him comfortable. But my dad, the old son of a gun that he is, he's been through so much, and as soon as they'd get that out of their mouth, for as hard of hearing as he is, as soon as they would say something along those lines, he would simply tell them, I've gone through too much to give up. He's gonna hang in as long as he can. We made it clear that he made it clear too, because they always have to ask him what he wants first before they look to us. But he will be going to a nursing home, and if he gets sick, he does want to go back to the hospital to be treated. If his body can handle the IV again, he wants to be back on the IV. He's not ready to give up. Now, leaving there, a big problem was that we didn't think he would come close to home. We wanted him in town here, so I could walk out to him on days when I had no ride, and I could see him. I could sit with him, and we could watch movies, and we could still be with him. But as of Friday, the only place that was willing to take him was even further away than the hospital was. It would be about an hour, 15, hour and a half minute drive one way. That's, when you don't have money, that's hard on us for gas. It's hard on a car, and it's hard to find the time to make that, because with everything else that has to go on at the house and bills need to be paid. I gotta work overnight every night. I don't get days off. But today at 11 o'clock, we actually got news that there's a place closer to us, about 13 miles away, that will take him. But they've actually had LVAD patients before, the heart pump. But it's been a while, so they requested, and it was offered to them up front, just like it was offered to every other home, that the coordinator there, who's in charge of the heart pumps, will go and give them training so they know what they need to do. And he's going to be able to go there Thursday. So he'll be close to home. It'll be, 15-20 minute drive. Still not ideal, but he's closer to home. And he's not going there because he's running out of time. Well, I can't say that because that's not true. He's not going there because he's on his way out. He's going there because he is too physically weak. He's sort of responding to the therapy, but he's not building muscle very quickly. It takes two people to get him on his feet. He can't stand for long. And some of his medications do have the side effects of weakness, but they can't take him off of it. One of them that they did take him off of, because he was getting black, like his skin was turning like black and crusted. It just looks like caked on dirt on his arms and legs, and that was a side effect of the pill. They took him off of that about a week or so before he went in the hospital. Probably 2 weeks, because his legs were getting better. They were looking normal. Then you put him back in, and he had to go back on it. And actually, the sudden addition of it, after being off of it, caused his defibrillator to go off, which was scary. But he's too weak to be here. We can't take care of him. My mom doesn't walk well, and I'm just one guy. I'm not a big buff lifter or anything. I could barely ease him to the ground when he fell. It takes two people to get him up. He can't walk well, and they really don't want him to be home alone. Having to do the newspapers and me not being able to drive, that's not something we can do. We just can't take care of him here. And that's the hard part for me now. That's what makes me cry several times a day, that he'll never be home again. He'll never see anything here again. And it's easy to understand when someone's close to a parent, but for me, I spent so many years and spent so much of each day just being with him and taking care of him, that now everything seems empty. And like when he first started having all these problems, when he first got the defibrillator put in, actually, he had to be downstairs where the extra phone line was, and we set up a bed in the living room. They're always worried about him being alone in case he fell or something. So I've been sleeping on the couch for years, and there's been times when that helped. He fell, There are times where he was like, thought he was in the middle of the bed and went to roll off to go to the bathroom and fell, and I helped him up. I was there. I was just on the other side of the room. But now I go to sleep, I wake up, and I see the empty bed, and I cry. I go up here. I'm gonna try to get back to the channel because he never wanted me to give up. But I know that whatever I do today, when I walk down, I won't have the usual question of how much did I get recorded. You know, is I playing something new? Is it any good? How much editing do I have left to do from other days? I'll go down, I'll make food for myself, but I won't have dinner to make for him. And it's lonely. He was such a big part of every day. And without him, it's lonely. Now I'm gonna try and get back to this. I'm gonna try recording Remnant from the Ashes. If this seems like a game that'd go better streaming, I'm gonna stream it. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it here on YouTube or on Twitch. So if you'd like to go to my Twitch and follow me there, it's the same name. You're gonna, how do I say this? There'll probably be phone calls in my recordings from now on. And I'm gonna cut them out, but you'll hear the phone ring. Because if he calls, you know, this isn't important anymore. Even if he just wants to talk. This isn't important. I'm gonna stop playing whatever, and I'm gonna talk to him. Simple as that. For the foreseeable future, though, I might not talk as much, or you might hear some weird noises or whatever. My own health problem is acting up, and that is that my teeth demineralized. It's a big reason I don't worry about having a face cam. One, I'm ugly. Two, I don't have a smile. The calcium in my teeth was just removed. It disappeared. At first we thought it was a deficiency. It wasn't, because I went on this huge calcium supplement and high calcium diet to try and fix it. Didn't work. The calcium just got removed from my teeth, whatever that means. That's what they told me. And they told me that until I, get dentures or get them replaced, they're just gonna get weak. And they have. I've broken them on a ham sandwich. No toast. And they told me that you'll know if it's from that because you won't feel it break. Like, it won't hurt or nothing. You could be eating something or whatever, and maybe you don't notice because you didn't bite down on the piece of tooth, but then you'll notice the tooth is gone. Or like the front teeth, when I went to bite into something, I just felt the teeth just lay down. Like they just popped right in half. Being poor, with no insurance, I have no money to remove them. Or to get implants. I really don't want removable dentures because they're so disgusting. What that means is I have pieces of teeth and stumps and whatever the little pointy parts at the bottom are near the roots. I have them in certain places yet. Now, before I got into so much debt because of this problem, what would happen is I'd get really bad toothaches caused by an infected abscess. And they just remove the tooth, drain the abscess, give me antibiotics, painkillers, $200 some a piece. I don't have the money now, so whenever I get an abscess, luckily the top ones I can burst myself, which is not fun. It hurts, it tastes disgusting and bloody and all, and whenever all that stuff drains out from when I burst it, I get sick to the stomach for days. But at least the pain doesn't last. Right now, though, I have one on the bottom, and I cannot burst those because I don't know why I can't get. I guess because the way your jaw is, it's kind of on both sides, and I can't get into both sides to put enough pressure to burst it. So I'm just in a lot of pain. When it's like swollen or whatever, I can taste it draining. It's disgusting. I'm sick. I actually have to take my painkillers in half an hour, so that'll be good. But these things suck. Like, when I get them removed, it's not fun because painkillers won't work anymore unless they load you up. The one dentist I went to that was the cheapest told me that, because when he saw I was infected, that's not a phone call, it's a message. He said, we'll have to give you quite a lot of Novocaine to make this not hurt. The first guy I went to gave me the normal dose for having a tooth manually pulled, and it didn't do nothing. Like, everything but where it hurt was numb, and I felt every moment of him pulling it out, which didn't go well because it kept crumbling in the little plier things. That sucked. So for the near future, if I stop talking, or you hear me like making weird noises or just going or whatever, that's just me in pain. So you can ignore that, that's nothing serious. But I want to get back to the channel and maybe make the best of it. I was talking about how much stuff is coming out. I got 3 more games by the end of the month. One of them I won't do because it's the Switch. I usually play Switch games for myself. Like, I could use that for when I spend the day sitting with him watching TV and, you know, just play a game, sit next to him, keep him company. And I'm really nervous about they're kind of weird with their YouTube stuff. You gotta sign up for something, I think. But this went longer than I did. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Some stuff, like I said, Borderlands, maybe this, depending on how it's set up, is better for streaming. And I'll stream those. I'll record what I can. There's 2 coming out next week I want to record, because they're more focused kind of things that I know of. And I want to keep the channel going. I want to do live streaming and talk to people. If you have any recommendations for games, I'd love to hear them. Anything you want to see. Maybe I missed some announcements somewhere. There's some games I would love to play, but I can't, like Blair Witch. My computer can't handle games. It can't really handle streaming. I've said that before. Like, I have to stream straight from my PS4 here. My PC cannot handle streaming for more than like 15 minutes. It'll run like garbage and then shut down. Like, the stream will crash. But I can run it pretty rock steady off of the PS4 and then check the chat through the PC. Sorry this took so long. If you watched this whole video, thank you. For the people that were, wishing me well and wishing my dad well, I really appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want to thank your understanding for this is going to be sporadic. I can't guarantee any schedules or even releases like I did before. But thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully I can get this channel to grow and we can do more fun stuff as the options become available. Because honestly, as cool as it sounds to like do this as a living and imagine being the big famous rich version, I kind of think I like to use this to do other stuff. Like, I've been dying for months to try and figure out how you pitch an idea for a game or even a feature for a series to these companies. And there's just no way for someone outside to get in that way. But you see with like PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye doing interviews with some pretty famous people now, this can be a way to get your foot in the door to have a chance at that, which would be really cool. But we'll see where this goes. I'm feeling a little better. Hopefully, we have some more good news and he feels better in the home. He complains about the hospital food, so maybe he'll get some good food. And since he's closer, I'll be able to see him more and I'll feel better. But right now, it is hot out, so I'm already sick. It's 93 with 94% humidity. It is like 105 outside. I have my air conditioner in this little insulated room cranked maximum, and I'm still sweating like a pig. But thanks for watching this, thanks for sticking with me, and here's to the future. So I guess I'll end it like I usually do. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button, subscribe for more. It helps me out. I don't know why I say hit the like button, does that matter anymore? Hit the bell. Is that what they say, hit the bell? do the bell thing, subscribe for more. It helps me out a whole lot. And as always, there's more on the way. As soon as I get this video uploaded, I'm gonna start playing Remnant. See you next time.